Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This is the second time this season that these NFC rivals will square off, and it promises to be a good one. It always is when these two divisional foes get together, especially the second time around when there's a score to settle from game one. It's the Packers going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. First down, Rodgers. And Walker with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They run it here. Ware across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll leave this for Ware. And he is knocked down from the side. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 43 yards. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vince Biegel coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vince Biegel in there to get him. For his second sack of the night. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 33. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Barthon for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes lets it go for Nelson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Down, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's caught, Nelson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Watch it now. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Leopard. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
All right, here we go.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort. for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. On now is the Packers punter. Back deep for the Lions, it's Golden Tate. Now it's Tate. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So out now come the Lions. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Now let's go. 3, 9, 10.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Ebron caught left side. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. J.J. Nelson, 77 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On second down, Montgomery. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown. But
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Spencer Ware, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he puts it through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Lions now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And they give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So that one will be accepted. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.